Today we've got another new coverage, which is Towr, growing pretty fast. Fourth quarter sales growth was 18%, up to 23% in the first quarter, and the Towr revenue is growing even faster at 26%. I think they're guiding for 15%. We got our sales flat in the second quarter, which should be out soon, and then rising again along the trend, and that's 14%. So we're a little bit below the company guidance. In terms of cash flow, there's been a lot of investment spending. It's at a new high, so that's dragged down the cash flow to be negative. But we expect the investment spending will slow down, and with our sales forecast, the cash flow will return to a positive 1 trillion over the next 12 months. In the balance sheet, the debt has tripled, almost. Best part of tripled, from 6 and a bit trillion to 17.7. That's because they've been paying out dividends, including another one about to be paid, despite the fact they got negative cash flow. So with that dividend, even with our positive cash flow, the net debt will only improve slightly from 17.7 to 17.6 trillion. So that's a little bit of a negative. The profit's growing at a slower pace than sales because the depreciation has been increasing. And the profit is, there's some other non-cash costs in here. We don't really know what it is at the moment. Try and work it out later. So we're not going to use the cash cost ratio from here. We use the cash cost ratio from the cash flow, which is averaging about 50%. So we use that 50%, and we get a higher 12% higher net profit to 2.7 trillion. So that's the cost from the cash flow. And then in terms of valuation, this is the free cash flow, including quite a bit lower investment spending. And we use our 1.6% on that with a 10%, pretty generous 10%, because although the debt is big, the sales are growing very fast. And that gives us a slightly higher target price. Just under 1,200. So it's about 7 times sales, which is pretty expensive, but it's only 1.5 times the assets. So they should be able to derive some faster sales growth.